welcome back to the T.O.D. project. God damn, I'm smiling today. I am smiling today. Episode 29 today on the T.O.D. project. I really hope you guys are viewing this on YouTube because Marselis and I are going to get real ecstatic today. Marselis, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good and getting better. Gonna smile no matter the weather. It's about to get hot in here, so sheesh. Get ready to rub your sleeves on your sweater.
It's a good one. It's a good one today. I want to say a little something before we start. I have been saying this on the last couple podcasts, but we do not do ads on this. We do not do ads for a reason. We want this to be as genuine and as, unsponsored, we're not saying shit because we're getting a bag, we're doing this because we want to say this. We're doing this because we want to share our experiences with people that are listening. And we think, that one person that gets value from this, that's all we care about. We talk about stuff based on our experience. We want to give value. So if you could please, if you listen to this today and listen to something and hear something that you think someone of your friend group, of your family could benefit from it, or think they'll just like it in general, share this out, share the podcast, get it out. I'm going to be honest, we're trying to grow just as much as you're trying to grow your own stuff if you're doing stuff. So we aim to supply the value, and it's a two-way street. That's my outlook on that. So we would greatly appreciate if you could share the podcast. If you're watching on Apple, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, give this show a rating. Give that 5-star rating on the show. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you're watching on YouTube, comment down below what your biggest takeaway from this episode was. And on Spotify, just keep saving the podcast, my man. Keep saving the podcast. Anyways, Marcel, sorry, I had to put that in there. I feel like it's just right to put that in there.
No, bro, and you said two-way street, but just wait, because this podcast is gonna really open up some people's minds on like what they really need to evaluate in their life and to get their stuff together. Because, gosh, I get to thinking about this. I'm about to be 25, man, quarter of a century years old. There's people I know that didn't even make it to this age, man. Car crashes and stuff at young ages. All types of stuff happened to people I grew up with. I'm pretty sure Jared maybe have some stories as well about, good people dying young. So what I want to do is I want to have maybe that young kid, or maybe not even a young kid, maybe somebody that's even 30, 40 and up there in age, but still like, man, I know there's more that I can do. Like literally there's so much more time than we think that we have. Like, the average human being lives to be like 73, 74, 75 years old. That's a good long time to be able to get your stuff straight. So, Jared, I don't know how you're feeling about self-discipline, but I was talking to you before we recorded about, how like you're hustling in school, you're doing this, you got other projects that you're doing that are phenomenal. And bro, so like, what do you do as far as like self-discipline to like make sure you stay in the zone and get everything done?
I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say it over and over and over, but it always comes down to this thing right here. Comes down to this. My daily power list right here. Shout out Andy Frisella. It really all depends on, like people, you have so much time in a day, right? You have so much time in a day, and people don't realize how much time they actually have. So it's very easy to say, oh, I've done enough today, and, sit down, take a break, which, I'm all for that. I'm all for taking a little breather, watching Netflix when you need to, taking a little break, hanging out with the people you love. But you also gotta make sure you stay on task with the things you care about and the things that you have to do now that'll set you up for what you want to do in the future, or what you're pushing towards in the future, or whatever that thing is. So I'm really happy we're talking about self-discipline today, because it is something I know you and I have really honed in for ourselves in the past. I mean, probably, since we decided we are going to try to be competitive at sports, to be honest. So like way back in the day.
Whoa, yeah.
But now, I mean, since we're, past that high school, you're 25, they're going to be 25. Like you said, I'm almost graduating from college. So like, I got to fucking do my shit to be able to support my girlfriend and support myself, and support the people I want to support. So being able to hone in on these things, these tasks that you set out for yourself and these goals that you have for yourself is big, is really, really big. What is your take on that? I mean, do you have like a a task list. I know you have goals. I mean, fuck, dude, you
Yeah.
got goals on goals on goals. Let's be honest.
Well, I'll be real. I'll dive right into it. So, for like 3 or 4 years, man, I've been grinding with notebooks, planning out my day, doing a lot of writing. But now that I'm like more on the go, I like to put stuff on my calendar, on my MacBook or on my phone. Set an alert. It shows me within an hour later, like, oh, you got a three-way call with Mike and this person, or you got Triumph call, or you gotta go to the gym. So it's like I use my smartphone to make me smarter and more efficient. You know what I'm saying? Because this is $1,000 phone, and people have these $1,000 screens. Because gosh, it takes a lot of money to fix the screen, depending on how bad you damaged it. But anyways, um, people have these $1,000 phones, but they don't even know how to make $1,000 off of it, right? And also, one thing I really want to like get to the listeners about this. All right, so I'm guaranteed somebody's probably listening to this like, I ain't got time to read. I ain't got time to work out. I ain't got time to do this. I want to see your screen time. If your screen time is up at like, if it's like your work hours, if you've been on the screen for 8 hours a day and you still work an 8 hour a day job, you got time. You got time to dive into a book. You got time to read something. There's PDFs, there's audiobooks, there's something out there that's going to help you get plugged in to fill your cup up. And that's one thing that's really important. Most people don't talk about. Like you gotta always be evolving your mind and always want to expand and grow and learn something because there's no true mastery. You gotta constantly grow or you're gonna get left behind. Like think about it. Technology has moved so fast right now. Just imagine in the next 25 years what technology is going to be like. Then the 25 years after that. So if you're already planning to be older in life and you want to experience life that much, why don't you start now as in your daily habits every single day? So that's what I got to say about it. And I just knew that that's what's going to get me to where I want to go. It's what I do every single day, regardless if I'm sick, tired, or if I don't feel good. Now, if I'm really sick, sometimes I kind of get my foot off the gas a little bit, but I still do my best to message people. I still do my best to answer calls, and I still am consistently. I don't never consider myself ever off. Like I've never just like not did something to help myself grow. Period. Every day since probably 2019, 2018, because I've seen pain, struggle, and all that all my life, and I'm just ready to make a change for my family. It's a lot of years of pain and struggling. So
Honestly,
that's my take on it, Jerry.
the big thing that comes to mind when I think of self-discipline is time management, how well you manage your time. I mean, we've been talking about that, right? There's different ways to, whether it's your phone, whether it's a notebook, whether it's like a physical calendar, whether it's like a goal whiteboard, like
Ooh,
something
Apple
like
Watch.
this, or yeah, like an Apple Watch, or like something to keep you on track, like a vision board. Like a vision board, I actually had to
Yep.
pin it up over on the side there because they fell off my fucking door because the fucking tape. But like
Dang.
whatever it is, like to make sure it honestly, to say this honestly, uncut, I'm kind of rambling. Honestly, it all starts with a goal, whether it's one goal, whether it's three goals,
Mhm.
whether it's 10 goals, like I have goals written out. Like I have long-term goals, I have like long-term lifestyle, long-term business goals, and like making sure in your day or in your week or in your month you have time allocated to the things that are going to enable you to hit those goals. I mean, I already said this, but reiterating it is
Mm.
only going to make it more important, I feel, and really exemplify how much I care about that. It's just like, I mean, Marcellus mentioned this a little bit with like me being in school and stuff. And I mean, who doesn't have a full plate? Let's be honest. A lot of people have a full plate, but push it. Yeah. I mean, you said you're always, you never say you're off. You're just always working. So like having a full plate, I mean, being busy, having other things. Yes, you have your business. Yes, you have your school. Yes, you have your work. Yes, you have your loved ones to spend time with, but making sure all that fits in and delegating and prioritizing is one of the biggest skills you can have. And that's where I think you should start in self-discipline. Obviously, once you get that down, like for me, I am struggling a little bit to get my reading in. So I actually have 2 out of the 3 days this week. So yesterday and today, or no, Monday and Wednesday. Monday and today I read, but not Tuesday, and it's something I'm struggling with. So
What are you reading?
I actually just finished the 75 Hard book by Andy Frisella.
Sheesh.
I
Okay,
just
see, I
finished it.
gotta get that.
I haven't done the challenge. I haven't done the challenge, but I wanted to read the book because he drops a lot of fucking gems in there. But now I'm moving back to, since you asked, I'm moving back to this book because I couldn't stay in this book. The subtle art of not giving a fuck. I had to move back to that. But getting that reading in is a big struggle of mine currently. What do you do? What do you do to get your reading in? Like I know you build it into your schedule, but like what's like your ticker?
Mm, honestly, the you just gotta do it. I feel like you just that hour, or that 30 minutes, or that 15 minutes, however long you're gonna do it. You set that time aside, and it is what it is. If you
Mm-hmm.
gotta turn the phone off, do what you gotta do. There's times that I'll leave my phone in the living room and be in here in my office doing my thing and literally just reading, or I'll take myself outside. Some get yourself in that place where you won't get distracted and start reading. But also, if you kind of feel like you get distracted, get the audio book too, because then if you read something and it kind of doesn't click, then you can listen to it while you're in the car, or whenever you got free time. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you're just like going to and fro from class or whatever you're doing, or in the gym. Shoot, I listen to audiobooks in the gym sometimes, and that way you're like constantly soaking that book in. So then now you know the information in the book, but knowing is not enough. Knowing
Mm-hmm.
is not enough. You got to actually now apply once you understand it and you put it into your life. So books are like, to me, it's almost like a time machine, that we get to like dive into, either time machine or back in the past, but still have things that's relatable to the day that can help us get to where we need to be. So
Mm-hmm.
reading is very important. Very
I
important.
know I know some people like I used to be a big night reader like when I was in high school and like before I was in high school cuz my mom read and still reads at night before bed, which is oh my god, it's one of the best things ever. It puts you right to sleep. Like it's good. Like you set out that time, read your delegated pages you want, and then because staying up on your phone looking at that, your brain is looking at light, so it thinks you're still should be awake because obviously it can't see if it's day or nighttime. So
Sure.
I found reading before, but anyways, I like reading before bed puts you to sleep a little easier. But anyways, and then once I moved into college, I was a morning reader, and then now I'm kind of like a all over the place reader. Like I don't really like I usually had a set aside like a set like time in the day when I would always read, but now it's just kind of like now sometimes I do it at work when there's, when I'm closing, there's nothing to do. I sit down and read a book, and if someone walks in, I go help them, but like that's how I got my reading in
Mhm.
this week. But I feel like I just have to, like you said, like set aside that time, whether it's in the morning, whether it's at night, whether it's whenever time in the day, and just be dedicated to it. Like it's not like I'm not reading it. When I do read, I get a really good push in and a really good focus. But it's just got to make that time to do it. But we got on a tangent there a little bit
No,
about
bro, you're
discipline about
good.
that.
You're good. Because somebody's relating like, dang, dang, dang. It's like he's speaking my mind right now.
Mhm.
It's really like that. It's like that about a lot of things. Because I hate when somebody's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a bad texter," or "Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't get back with you," or whatever, makes an excuse on the reason why they weren't there when they told you they're going to be there, and actually stand up to their word. All it is people will make time for what they value the most. So you got to find something that you value so much that you're not gonna go to that party, that you're not gonna eat that sweets, you're not gonna go do all that other stuff that's not gonna get you to where you need to be. Like literally, I have cut off so many friends. I've cut off so many habits, so many things that I used to do, and replaced them with different things, and it completely changed my life.
Mhm.
Period. So self-discipline goes down to the habits. The thing is, I'm not saying people got to make a whole 360. Just like change a little bit of what you're doing, because if nothing changes, nothing changes. And if you want to change your life, you got to start acting a different way. Who do you listen to? Don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna lie. That new Young Thug, that thing is, oh my God, it's a good album. And the beats is good, but what are you getting from Young Thug? Young Thug is not gonna help you be more self-disciplined. If anything, he's gonna make you be less self-disciplined, make you want to go to the club or smoke, whatever, party, whatever you do. But
Mhm.
anyways, you gotta find something that's gonna just tick you off and make you do it regardless. It doesn't matter. Like that's what makes championship boxers. That's what makes so many successful people. The only thing difference between them is their will, their drive, and their mindset. That's it. Like,
That
you
was
gotta understand that.
that was a nugget you said too. Like people prioritize time or make time for the things they have value towards. Like that's a big nugget. And like I have heard that before. I mean, obviously we come from a similar place now since we met each other. So the people that we were getting mentored by said that over and over and over and over and over again. But like for some reason it just really clicked with me right now. It's like I was thinking while you were saying that, and I'm like, that is 100% completely right. Like maybe I don't value reading as much as I think I value reading. So then, I'm subconsciously saying, hey, I could spend a little bit more time on this and take a little bit time away from reading and everything. But that was a nugget. That was a fat nugget. Go back about 30 seconds, people. Listen to that one again. That was a nugget and a half. I mean, I don't
Oh,
know. Like self-discipline, I feel like I feel like it's taught from your parents, from a mentor, right? It's you can only go so far by yourself, but I feel like either you learning it through people's experiences that they've told you. She's popping in the camera. I see her.
Houston
Hey, she
came
could
through.
listen in. She could listen in. That's okay.
Well, I got my headphones in because I don't want to hear no echoes. We want to make sure this thing it sounds good and
That's true.
professional because we
That's
are
true.
on 29 right now. We're almost done 30 of these bad boys. So every time, and to me, it's almost like a birthday. Like podcast day is like, dang, it's almost like a holiday now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we get to express ourselves on this mic and really just let out the things that we have going on during the week for you
Mm-hmm.
guys and
Yeah.
give you guys some value. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle a little value. Oh, here she go with this. No, we can't be doing that.
So for the people listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, Marcelis's niece just popped into the Zoom call a little bit.
Man, they
what's her
gotta see
what
my
what's her
Instagram story.
what's her name again? What's her name again?
Her name is Araya.
Araya. Yeah, I did forget that. For some reason I forgot that, but she's adorable. I see you post her so much on your Instagram. She is adorable. She's dancing with you in the morning, just kicking it.
Yeah, she be living life, man. That's one thing I do my best to teach her. Like, you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. You can be you. You can be unique. You can be creative, and you can be an entrepreneur. You can do what you want whenever you want. And plus, I
Mhm.
want to put her on a Bitcoin because I think when she's like 20 or 30, ain't nobody gonna really be talking about the U.S. dollar. Everything's gonna be digital. Like it's gonna be crazy by
Mhm.
then. So I do my best to put on her stuff like that I wasn't put on to because I didn't have no uncle that was like, hey, this is Bitcoin or hey, this is what you need to do with your money. Like the heck, my my uncle got me a teddy bear when I was like 1, and that's it. That's thing. I don't hold grudges. I don't care. Maybe that's because that's not what they did. That wasn't his
Mhm.
tradition or his uncle's done. But me, I'm here to make a new standard, and I'm here to create generational wealth to come. Like I really want, like 1,000 years from now, like what I'm doing now, help my family succeed. See, that's the thing, guys. What you're doing right now is a ripple effect. It's gonna affect somebody or something even when you pass. So why not do exactly what you want to do and what you need to do when it comes to self-discipline?
Mhm. The thing when it comes to that, the thing that I've been realizing recently is like the now seems like it's taking forever. That's like something that I've been like looking ahead, even though this is a very short amount of time. 10 years from now seems like it's so far away, but it happens just like that, which is crazy. Like thinking back 10 years, like I'm 22, thinking back to when I was 12, that seems like it was 3 days ago. But then thinking forward to when I'm 32, like it's just like holy fuck. So like, oh, it's crazy. And I can definitely see like now thinking about that. I'm kind of gonna go on a tangent again. It's I'm
Hey,
rambling today. I'm rambling today. That's
hey,
okay
bro,
though.
ramble, rumble, do all the things you gotta do in this jungle that we call a podcast. And we get
Yes, brother. Yes. But like, the now seems like it's so long and so extensive, and like doing what you have to do day in and day out seems like it's just oh one step, another step. Oh, it's taking so fucking long. But like it's just like it's getting harder for me, which honestly this could be a good thing. It's getting harder for me to see. I don't know if I want to say the end of the tunnel because that's not right. Like I know there's a light, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Obviously, I mean it's a struggle, but like I don't know. Like part of me wants to go fast, but then part of me doesn't want it to go fast because I'm putting in this work right now, and then what if it goes too fast and I realize I didn't put in the work I was supposed to put in? It's almost like living. It's almost like I'm making sure I'm living right now with no regrets, which is a good thing.
That is a very good thing, because dude, think about it. If you don't do what you want to do right now, if you don't go on your dream and passion right now, it's gonna eat at you so much when you're like 80, 90 years old. I could have been this. I can't stand the could have beens. I know a lot of people that say they could have been this, could have been that. I don't want to be that. That's why I work so hard. That's why I grind so hard. That's why I keep doing podcast stuff, because I want my life to blow up, because I don't want to be that guy that was, you know, that was popping for a little while or slowly getting there, and then he just falls off. Like, what happened to that person? I want to be somebody that stands the test of time, and it's legacy is what I'm after. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I want Triumph to stand the test of time too. Like when I pass away, I want to maybe still be out there in the world. So
100%.
you gotta keep it. I gotta keep growing and evolving. So there's not so many people that are like that. It's because their perspective on life. Some people don't believe in like doing a bunch of extra stuff to like evolve and grow as a person. Some people just want to be stagnant. They want the same day in day out thing. To me, that's like slavery. But I want to be free and be able to create as much as possible. So yeah.
She was just you were talking, and she's just talking back there. She's rambling on to herself back there. What's she doing? What's she doing?
She want me to hold her.
Well, you can hold her. Hold her. Put her on your lap. Look at her. She's all about it. Say hi, podcast.
She should be asleep right now.
Say hi, podcast.
Say hi, podcast. Podcast. Okay. Well, you ain't gonna see Uncle for a while, because Uncle's gonna be gone probably for some weeks. I'll be real with you.
Your uncle's going on trips. Your uncle's going on fat trips. You're right.
Uncle going on trips. No, you can't have the headphones. All right. Time to go lay back down.
No.
See, she at the age now where she can go and open up doors and stuff. So you gotta lock the door. She gonna come in. See, I should have had that door locked. But I think what it is, bro, is just that little. It's the rust, man, from missing like 2 podcasts that we were supposed to do. Damn.
Yeah.
What it is. That goes to self-discipline, but then again, honestly, we had our own stuff going on, and it don't matter. We're still providing value as much as possible. Sometimes things happen. But anyways, Jared, how you feeling right now, man, about this SD, self-discipline?
I'm feeling good. I mean, it's like I said, it's a really good topic. I would also recommend, Marselis and I have talked about this too. Get some like nonfiction books. Get some business books. Get some books formatted towards what you care about. I mean, when people think nonfiction, at least me and like the people I talk to, they think of business books, self-help books, or like motivational books, or biographies, or those things. But they don't have to always be self-help business. They can be fucking how to collect trading cards. They can be, like stuff you care about. Just read that, like in it, and then that, like taking in other supplemental materials that correlate with your values. That just makes you even go a little bit farther and stay dedicated to it. I'll ask you a question. What is your number one method? I guess not number one method. What's your number one method when you feel yourself slipping off a little bit?
Snap. Honestly, what I do the most is I get to myself. If it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I sit down. I may go outside, take my shoes off, sit in the grass, and start journaling out my goals again to get myself, to remind myself to tap back into whatever I was doing to get myself back consistent. So I just I remind myself of my goals. I remind myself of my why. I start thinking of my loved ones, my family, and everything like that. And then also I meditate and I visualize where I want to go and just reevaluate myself. And yeah, once I get done with that meditation, the journal, maybe read it a little bit. Sometimes I get back into that frequency. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I gotta listen to, maybe that one song that just like inspires the hell out of me, and I just go and do what I gotta do. Or maybe it's that one audio. But I would say most of the time it's meditation and journaling, like my thoughts, getting that shit out on paper, and just and reading a good ass book that can like help me with my mind. Like this book right here, Outwitting the Devil.
Oof. That's one on my book
Lethal.
list. It's on my
If
book
you
list.
honestly, I would say listen to the audio first. So if you the guys are listeners out, you're in for a treat. For a treat. All right. So the audio book, if you listen to the audio on like YouTube, or you can get the audio book on Amazon, like it's so cheap. But anyways, you need to listen to the audio because it's called Outwitting the Devil, because Napoleon Hill is basically made the manuscript and wrote the book as if he was interviewing the devil on why bad things are going on in the world. Why is it the fact that we got evil and we got good? Like, why is it that we have poverty stricken people, but rich people and people that are having and stuff in life? And when it all boils down to it, and what the devil really explains, like he talks like you hear like a devilish voice too. So you get the whole like image of like maybe seeing him in like maybe a courthouse with the devil, or just like in a room, and he's just like writing down notes, asking him what is good, like why are people hurting. And this book was written in like 1938. Napoleon Hill died in 1970. His family forbid it. They did not want to publish it. They didn't publish the book till like 2010 or 2001 or 11 or something like that. And oh my gosh, the stuff that he wrote in this, it still applies for today, and I think it's going to apply for many more years. And that's what you call timeless things. Like there's timeless music and there's timeless books, and this is a masterpiece. And I think anybody wants to hone into their mind and talk about self-discipline, it's going to teach you to be self-disciplined. It's going to teach you not to be fearful. It's going to teach you not to, drift off when you know you got to go. Whew, this book is powerful. You guys got to check it out.
A big thing that I've been starting to realize is going through the gauntlet. And when I say the gauntlet, it's going through things that you're struggling with your day in, day out, right? You go day to day, and every single day it's that one or two things that like you are struggling to like gather the motivation for, or get done. Maybe you start it, but you don't even get it done because the dedication isn't there. But you realize, I need to do this, and I need to keep battling this and going through the gauntlet to get this stuff done because I know it's going to benefit me. That is where you realize that either you're an achiever or you're a quitter. That's when I think you realize that. I've gone over that point. Like, I can recollect on probably like
Bars.
probably like 5 months ago. 5 months
Yeah.
ago, I was struggling to even think about getting a workout in. I was struggling to even think about eating right. I was struggling to even think about keeping track of my macros on my phone. Like, I was struggling and struggling and struggling and struggling and struggling. And then with that, persistent, I want to do this. I want to do this so bad, but I'm not, I had to have conversations with myself. I had conversations with my dad because he's super big into fitness now. He's pretty much changed his whole life around. Like, he's probably lost close to 80, 90 pounds. Like, yeah, I know
Sheesh.
he's put in the work, like, and he's been a big rock for me in this journey, but really pushing through that gauntlet. And then all of a sudden, bang, it's the universe, bro. It's the universe. If you know how the universe works, and you know how manifestation and recurring struggles and visualizing what you want, just at the end of that gauntlet, for me, my gauntlet was, like I said, fitness and making sure and getting a healthy lifestyle back, and being able to stay dedicated to the things I care about. Right when I pushed through that gauntlet, which I didn't realize I was pushing through the gauntlet, I was put on to this app, which now where I calculate my macros, and I have a trainer on there, and like my dad and I talk every single week, about everything. So like all these things kind of boom, 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 and then you realize, shit, I did
Yeah.
what I had to do. Now I struggled, with trial and error. It was awesome. It was awesome when B Money said this a couple podcasts ago. He realized he said that his fitness and everything took 2 years, 2 years to really hone in and find a method that he really liked and that worked for him. But then when he found that method, it was like, bang, everything, everything streamlined, just streamlined. He went through the gauntlet for those 2 years to figure out what worked for him. It's it's stuff like that in literally whatever it could be. For me it was fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Marcellus, for you it may be trading, it may be building, like us building a business, it may be you building your own business, whatever it may be. Or for
All of
people
that.
it might be finishing school, or getting a promotion at your job, like doing the things that you're struggling with, that you care about, that you're struggling with. Just be persistent. you know it's very
Yes, sir.
easy. It's very, 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 very easy to say fuck it. Very easy to say fuck it. But when you realize, sticking your nose in the dirt, realizing that, hey, this is going to pay off, and then when you find out that it does, and things start falling into place, the universe rewards you for putting work in. The universe rewards you for sacrificing. But now I don't think of it as sacrifice. I think of it as investments. But that's another topic for that's another
Nugget.
topic. I posted about that. By the way, people, I posted about that in our Facebook group, and you should really get in our Facebook group. That'd be awesome to get in our Facebook group.
Sheesh, I got a question for you, Jared.
Go for it. Hit me with it right in the face.
All right, so we talked about the basics and stuff about self-discipline and like
Mm-hmm.
how we've done ourselves to master ourselves, but nobody really talks about spirituality and the real development of that. Like, so when it comes to spiritual development, bro, and also like your own perspective on spirituality, like what is your take on spirituality? Like where do you think we go when we pass? And also like what do you do like religiously or spiritually and religiously to help yourself as a spirit? Because we are a spirit having a human experience. I hope people realize that. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're not just some humans just walking around. Like we live on after this. There is
Mm-hmm.
eternal life. So
This
what's
is
your
a
take
good
on it?
this is a very good question, because I don't really talk about this with a lot of people, because one, I'm not really asked about this. This is very, very niche based
Yeah.
question. But um I'll start with the second half. What I view, what ends up like when we pass or whatever. I mean, it kind of ties into my beliefs. Like, I do think we're a soul. We're a soul, like you said. We're a spirit, a soul, whatever word you want to use, inhabiting this human, orifice, or this human shell, to fulfill the soul's purpose. Okay. That's why we're in this certain body. That's why I think the soul, like whatever assigns the soul to the body, I think, we're in this body, we're in this shell, we're in this suit of armor, whatever you want to call it, for a reason, to put our soul in the best case scenario to achieve its purpose as possible. So it's all dependent on if your soul, or if our soul, if my soul achieves its purpose, right? If my soul achieves its purpose, I don't know where the fuck it goes. Maybe it goes to enlightenment, maybe it goes to heaven, maybe it goes to, whatever it is. I'm a very open person about spirituality. So whether it's Christian beliefs or Catholic beliefs, whether it's Buddhist beliefs, whether it's Jewish beliefs, Hindu beliefs, this, that, or the other thing. I'm very open. I don't. Who am I to judge? Who am I to say you're wrong and I'm right? Um, but if I do fulfill my purpose, I go to whatever enlightenment, or my soul's fulfilled. I go to rest easy, I guess, to say that, like rest in peace. If I don't fulfill my soul, I believe in the Buddhist side of life. I believe in the reincarnation into something else, to um to then carry on your soul's purpose, to fulfill your
Sheesh.
soul's purpose. I believe in that. And it's good that we're tying back to B Money's podcast. He talked about when he was younger and he had a stroke, he saw his past life. He saw his past I guess soul's inhabitant, or like not inhabitant, like his past soul's shell, which was, he said it was like a Mayan warrior. So it's good that we're talking about that. But anyway, that's what I
That's
believe in.
freaking
Like, I
crazy,
know
man.
when I think about it, it's crazy, but like that's what I believe when it comes to like your soul and everything, and where we go. I strongly believe in the Buddhist way of life as well. Like, I mean, Buddhist way of life in an extent, right? Right. So I believe in karma. I believe in, you know, um, sorry, I got distracted.
what about the multiple dimensions? Like
I
this
don't,
can
I don't know enough about that. So like, I
this
can't, I
is
mean,
deep stuff.
I do believe that, we have a soul. So there's the astral dimension there.
Hmm.
I believe that dreaming is, you're seeing into the astral dimension, you're seeing into different life memory, like different life memories, different, past life memories, future life memories. I believe that's where dreaming comes in, and I believe in the astral realm, but I don't really believe in. I mean, I don't really know enough to believe in other things because I just haven't educated myself on it yet.
Yeah, it goes deep, man.
Um, I guess I rambled to get to the first half of the question that you asked. What do I do to stay spiritual, or like stay like within myself, right, and keep myself,
Mhm.
calm and dedicated. Since we're talking about that,
Yes, sir.
I really ground myself when, like, yes, we're doing all these other things. I'm going through school. I'm becoming a freelancer. I'm building a business. I'm doing all these things. I'm connecting with new people. Yes, all the things are great, but what are your core values? You know,
Oof, oof.
what I mean, you said this earlier. What's your why? That's a way you get back to reality. What are your goals? A big thing for me to get grounded is think of my loved ones. Think of how they affect me and how I affect them, whether it's negatively, whether it's positively, because grounding myself includes, yes, looking at all the positives of, seeing life as itself, not just I got to make money, I got to make a name for myself, I got to do this or that. Just seeing life as it is with the people that you've connected in a positive and a negative way, because that is life. It's
Yeah,
not all happy go lucky games. It's not all jumping fucking daisy field and hold hands with your loved one and skip across blowing bubbles and chewing on bubble gum. It's not just that. It's, sometimes you fuck up, sometimes you have to make mistakes to grow at the end of the day. So it comes from getting up. I mean, out of here. I always go outside when I have to reset, because I just feel like getting fresh air. Like you said, take off your shoes, get your
that's
feet
it.
digging in the ground a little bit, feel the earth, and really think about those things and meditate on those things. Like just becoming recentered and realizing your purpose and why you're doing what you're doing, even if it is as stressful as it is. There's always, excuse me, I keep burping. There's always a reason to what you're doing, and sometimes when I get in those frustrating struggle bus times, I feel like I lose the why a little bit. So I have to recenter myself. And that's the only way I'm able to, get out of that rut and stay.
Sheesh.
I'm sorry, I went on for a while.
Bro, you're dropping more nuggets than Chick-fil-A right now. And also, I want to say, guys, look at that Triumph hoodie he got on right there. That is a Triumph Essentials, guys. Man, hey, Jared, I ain't gonna lie, I keep seeing that ad all the time. I go on my story, I see our ad, and guess who I hear? My boy Jared with the voiceover, with the nice transitions, with the clothes. Guys, the essentials are here and they look wonderful and cozy. I'm gonna go ahead and order me some, but dang, I'm probably gonna be out on a trip when I get home. But when I get back, I'm gonna put it on and I'm gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying? Like Triumphs, oh my gosh, it's our baby. We appreciate it every day. So whoever still listens to this, because golly, we're 46 minutes in. We're really about 30 something minutes in because we kind of like went over
We
9
started a
o'clock
little
before we
later.
started. But you know, hopefully you guys, got a whole cup of value. I feel like we dropped so much sauce of value that literally if you don't go and run on your dreams now, I don't know what else to tell you. Like we're gonna
Yeah.
probably drop another 3,000-4,000 podcasts in the future, maybe even more than that. You know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be a lot of gems, a lot of growth and stuff like that. But guys, just you think this was nuggets. Just wait till we grow in the next 5 years, our mindset, our wealth, and what we're able to do with this because I see us having celebrities and stuff on here. So, but it boils down to self-discipline. I gotta stay disciplined, gotta stay at it, stay
Stay
getting it, and
consistent.
stay consistent with it. So, Jared, for final thoughts, man, because I feel like we laid it all out there, literally.
We did. We
Buffet.
did.
So, final words for our listeners.
I would say all in all, be grateful. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you've experienced. Be grateful for what you will experience, and be grateful for the struggle. In all honesty, be grateful for the struggle because that's how you grow. Um, I mean, we talked about a major topic that a lot of people struggle with, whether it's with the topics that we've discussed or with other topics that we didn't discuss. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like self discipline is a very relatable and very true and very detrimental or very positive topic to kind of experience. It really depends on the
Facts.
person, and I really hope you guys got something super valuable from this. I know Marcellus and I both laid it out on the line and gave you, like, this is a very, at least for me, this is a very important topic that I hear that I hold close to my heart, and that it's taken a lot of struggle and a lot of self reflection to really hone in on where I'm at, and where, and how my self discipline levels are where they at today. So it's taken a while. It's something I care about. I don't know about you, Marcellus, but damn, this topic always hits home for me.
It always is on for me too, because self-discipline leads to self-mastery, and self-mastery lives to a fulfilled, wonderful life.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Literally.
nugget. That is a nugget.
It's like a formula. Like if you stay disciplined now, when you get older and you already done accomplished everything you want to accomplish, you didn't got the houses, you didn't got the car, you didn't got the lifestyle, you got the family. You can sit back and say, "Man, my life was good." And
Mm-hmm.
then whenever you transition on to your next life, whatever that may be, you can be what's the word? You can be content with your life and say, "Hey, I had a good life. Like
Mm-hmm.
I did good." Like RIP DMX, he said that in one of his videos. So we can't be more than the deaf. We gotta go ahead and be excited for them for their next life, where they're going on to next, because we're energy. It cannot be what is it? Can't be created nor destroyed. Only can be transferred. So you guys, I want to transfer the energy and the belief we had today in this podcast and have you go out there on your dreams. So guys, Triumph Company podcast below. Look at the website. We're gonna have everything, the links down there below. Connect with us on IG, TikToks. Do Oh my God, Jared, that last TikTok you just made was fire with being pregnant. I ain't gonna lie, that's the beat, dude. Hey, all right. But guys, tune in to our social media. We're gonna be dropping content like so much. So I just appreciate you guys. Just like Jared said, have gratitude. I'm so grateful to even, be on this podcast, to have this time in order to express myself in this way, because there was some years ago you couldn't even do a podcast. We didn't really have the internet back then. Like most people didn't use it. Now we have these tools, so use them. We appreciate you guys. And that's episode 29 of the Triumph Over the Feet podcast, TOD project, baby. We're out.
Peace, y'all.